I'm live. I'm live, y'all. Hey, let's see. Kathy, Ben's Over Acres, Higgs, and Lily. Hey, Lily. Hedgehog's Homestead. Hello, hello. We have a lot to talk about. I have a huge list. I have like 3 pages of list of of things to talk about because we hadn't been on last week. I didn't go on Thursday or Friday night, so we have a lot to talk about, and a lot has happened since then that I need to talk about, whether I want to or not. So we will just talk a few minutes, and then we'll get into some of that. We will do this again tomorrow night. A lot of what I'm going to talk about here today will be repeated tomorrow night. Some of it. I mean, we always have fun and cut up, and we will do our foraging piece tomorrow night. It is going to be on ironweed. Tomorrow night will be ironweed for our foraging. So we won't talk about that today. We're going to talk about some other stuff today that we will talk about tomorrow night because I want to be sure everybody hears and understands clearly everything. Hey, Christy Betts. Shelly. Hey, Shelly. And Nancy, our treasured home. Hey, sweet lady. Okay, let's see. I'm going to give it a few minutes before I start into my listes. But Lee is up there cutting wood again. We had a huge pecan tree limb fall, and that limb, this is a huge tree. We've got some big old pecan trees here, and this one pecan tree is probably the oldest one. A big limb fell out of it, and that limb that fell out could be a tree itself. It's so big. And so he's been up there cutting up on it, cutting it. And it's so hot. It is so hot here. So he got overheated yesterday, and last night he went to bed early. And I already told him, don't get up there and get overheated again. It is so miserable out there. And I'm afraid that's what he's doing because he's been up there all morning. So I'm afraid he's going to get overheated again, but he won't listen. And he needs to, wants to get it done. They will be going into harvest season anytime here soon. And then he'll be working till dark every night and working Saturday. So he's trying to get as much as he can done this week and, until they start harvest season. Yeah, he needs to listen, don't he, Christy? Hey, Glenn, how to garden? It's cool down here. Thank God. Sorry you have to deal with. Yeah, it's really hot. I'm hoping it cools back down some. Glad it didn't land on somebody. Yeah, me too. And he's up there working under that tree, so I'm like, be careful. It is a very old tree. We don't know how old. And there's 2 of them up there that are, you can tell they're way older than the rest of them. And then the rest of them, we know that the guy that lived here for many, many years before us that we named the place after, Mr. Stringfield, he planted some of them. But a couple of them have been up there way longer than that. It's hot. Yep. Lee does like my Flint. They work their butts off even if it hurts them. Yes, he does. He does. He's a hard worker. Christy Teresa spent 24 years trying to get him to listen. Yeah, he don't listen. Anyway, and he is a hard worker. He really is a hard worker. He's always busy doing something, but it never all gets done. I'm gonna tell you. Y'all know there's so much to do. It just never all gets done, and you work. Okay. Let's see. Wait a few minutes, maybe. Hornworms. Oh my gosh, I'll talk about the hornworms. I have a really good tomato plant, a nice tomato plant that I've been getting a lot of tomatoes off of. And I've got some other tomato plants that are not they still have green tomatoes, but this one was doing really good and had some red tomatoes that I've gotten already. And I went out there a couple days ago, and it was ate up. And like I had seen it one day, and then the next day I didn't go out there where it's at. I looked at the ones up by the house, but I didn't go out to where that one was at. And so then another day, and then I did go out there, and it was ate up. And I start looking, and I picked 20 hornworms off that one tomato plant. Now, it's still doing okay, but it had ate all the top. It had ate all the top. They had ate all the top out. And I picked them off left and right, 20 of them. And I've been trying to go out there every day and check it. But yeah, they just about destroyed that. Now, I went out there, I guess it was yesterday I went out there, and I've got some pepper plants out there by it. And I picked a couple off the pepper plants. So that's great too. They're poblano peppers, and they were starting to do really good. Just to tell Higgs and Lily, they seen some of my poblanos. They weren't getting very big, and I took a couple up there when we went there, and they weren't real big, and they're supposed to get bigger than that. Well, they are finally starting to really get on up bigger, and the hornworms are getting after them. Figures. Should have killed that hummingbird moth. Yeah, yeah. Never all gets done on a homestead. That's right. There's Albany Mountain. Hello, Amanda. Okay, so I can go into some of this maybe. Let's see, what else? Let me look at my list, see what else I've got. I've got a couple of big things I want to talk about. Okay, one thing, and some of this will be talked about tomorrow night again. Some of this I will talk about again tomorrow night. Hay built on the rock homestead. Picking, yeah, blasted hornworms daily for months. Oh my goodness gracious. Higgs Rock Farm has asked me the last couple of days how the Wild Thing crew was doing, because we do all these foraging videos, and I call it Wild Things. I have a Wild Things playlist of the foraging we've been doing, and I really liked that idea. The first time he said it, I was just like, oh yeah, we're fine, And then when he said it this morning, I was like, I really like that. I like that idea. Wild Things crew. So we are now the Wild Things crew. If you are a member of our channel, or if you, a regular watcher, we are going to call ourselves the Wild Thing crew. And I might try to come up with a really good t-shirt for that. So we'll see. I'm going to think on that and try to come up with a t-shirt idea for Wild Things crew. So we are now the Wild Things crew, y'all. Do you still have the t-shirts? Which ones? We had the Heartland Homestead t-shirts, and I don't know if I have any of those left. I think I might maybe have one or two that's probably they're big sizes, 2X or 3X. And then we don't have any of ours. I have one on. We don't have any of ours left. But if I do some more for ours, I may put Wild Things crew on there and then put our name smaller or something. I just thought that'd be cute. I really liked that idea. If you look under the leaves for the tiny hornworms along the veins of the leaves, they can be 1 inch long and very hidden. Yes, I found a whole bunch of them that were just little like that. I said I had 20. They weren't all great big. There was a few great big ones, and then some kind of medium-sized ones, and then a few little bitty ones. That was the 20. I picked 20 off. Some of them were little. Let's see. Did I win a pecan nut or something? Oh, me. The one you had in a little video about the wild things. Oh, okay. So I did order some shirts that had the wild things, and it had dandelions. And I don't know. I think you can still order those on the. I had first ordered off Teespring, and I did not like those. So then I went back and done an order on just for us. I just done us a couple, and I do still have. I have those that has a dandelion. And it says wild things or something. It doesn't say crew. It just says wild things, I believe. And it says, let's talk about wild things. That's what it is. Now, I did do another order on, what is the other one? I can't think of it. They have better t-shirts. Anyway, I can't think of the name of it. But if you look on our Facebook, our Heartland no, not Heartland Homesteaders, Stringfield Ridge Farm Facebook page, there is, you can order on there. I think you still can. You know, if you don't order in so long, they take it off, I think. So you can still order those on there, and they are better t-shirts, but they're higher than the other ones were. I tried to keep the price way down, and I don't even care if I make any money off of it. So I kept the price way down. But with this other place, I can't think of what it is. Bonfire, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember which one. Is there another one besides the Bonfire? I don't know. I can't remember right now. But their base low price is a little higher than Teespring was. Anyway, but I'm going to look on there and maybe try to come up with a really cool design for Wild Things Crew. So, I love it. You should do it. Something, my fingers, yeah. Watch the stems too. They camouflage really good. I love all you share. Thank you. Took a while to start up laptop. Hey, Mary Beth. So, okay, I'm going to get into some of my list here now. So we have, I don't even know how to begin this. Finally found wild lettuce. Great. That's awesome. That is awesome. So, okay. So first off, we're going to talk about the picnic a little bit, and we're going to talk about COVID. And I'm going to say COVID. I don't think they will delete my channel. They might demonetize it, and I really don't care if they demonetize my video. Yeah, begin with a deep breath. Yeah. We have not made any, we have not hidden. Let me say that. We have not tried to hide the fact that our daughter has COVID. Hopefully she's over it. The only symptoms, let me begin with this. The only symptoms she had was no taste or smell. That was last Wednesday, I think. And that morning, last Wednesday morning, she couldn't taste or smell. And she started telling me that. And she said, do you think I need to go get tested for COVID? And I said, yes, absolutely. Go to the doctor, because even though she wasn't sick, she just couldn't taste or smell, she is pregnant. And I thought maybe they could do something ahead of time to help her not get bad symptoms. You know what I mean? So she went to the doctor. They tested her. They done the rapid test and said, yes, she had COVID. They told her, go home, stay home, don't get out, go home and quarantine yourself and don't get out. And if you start getting a fever or anything, take Tylenol. And if you get to where you can't breathe, if you get something in your chest and you can't breathe, come back. That's all they told her. If you get to where you can't breathe, come back. Take Tylenol if you start running a fever. Okay, so that same day, I was at work in Paducah, at the office in Paducah. I was at work, and the same day, I had started having some headaches. Now, I had headaches for 2 days. And of course, I kind of started worrying a little bit, like, because she tested positive. Then I was thinking, oh, I've had headaches. But I talked to a whole lot of other people who had headaches too. And one guy that was having headaches, or I was talking to him about headaches, and he said a lot of people are having the headaches. It's because the I can't say it right, barometric pressure is really high and it's causing a lot of headaches. He is not a doctor, but a nurse practitioner. And so I was like, okay, all right, we'll see. If I started having other symptoms, I would go get checked. I didn't. I had headaches for 2 days, and that was it. My daughter, she couldn't taste or smell for about a week. That was it. And she's way better. And I'm gonna tell you something funny, kind of funny. I mean, I don't mean it to be sound stupid, but kind of funny is that my daughter, she'd been in the hospital a couple of weeks ago with severe dehydration because she does not take care of herself. She doesn't eat enough. She doesn't drink enough. And she's real skinny. She's little and skinny and puny and doesn't eat enough and doesn't drink enough. And she was in the hospital for severe dehydration 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, since she's been here with us, I have made her eat and drink and take care of herself. And now she feels better than she has in months. So, anyway, I wanted to get that out there because the picnic is coming up. And I actually had someone that told someone that's coming to the picnic, you know, her daughter has COVID, don't you? And, okay, we haven't made that any kind of secret. We haven't been on live to tell that, but I would have if we had of. So anyway, just so it's clear and it's out there and nobody can say I did not tell anyone. My daughter has had COVID. Her only symptoms is she can't taste and smell. Now she is better. And tomorrow will be her 10 days. She is going to go tomorrow and get tested again. But she feels so much better. She, like I said, she feels better than she has in months because I've been making her eat and drink. And I want to tell some of the things we've done too. Let me read a little chat and I'm going to tell you some of the things we've done for her and for ourselves too to keep from, hopefully, from getting it, Hey, Sherry, Nana's Menagerie. I said it right. Nana's Menagerie. Is that right? I said it right. Finally. It's respiratory. Nothing a doctor can do except treat the symptoms. Mama Z. Hey, Mama Z. Mama Z comes on Saturday morning with a cooking show, and I have been missing it, and I have to apologize. Usually, if I have the grandkids here, when I have the grandkids here, I have 4 of them now. It used to be 3, now there's 4. And if they're here and we get up on Saturday morning, it's really hard for me to catch Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. And I apologize for that. And we'll try to do better, but I'm telling you, 4 kids wanting breakfast is rough. The pressure in the air can cause headaches. Yes, they said this was a nurse practitioner fella. He told me that the barometric pressure is really, really high right now, and a lot of people are having headaches. Well, with this mess that's going on, I don't care what we get. I don't know about y'all, but I've talked to a lot of people, and if you get a tickle in your throat or a headache or anything, you're like automatically like, uh-oh, do I got it? So that's just what we do. We're kind of, paranoid about it, I guess. Weather changes mess me too. Yes, sinus. Lee has sinuses really bad. He has all his life had bad sinuses. and he don't really like take a whole lot for it. I will show you something he takes for the sinuses that we have been doing also for this situation, to keep, anything down. I had headache, sore throat, tiredness for a week. I've just stayed home getting tested later today. I have bad sinus infection. Yep. And the doctor wanted me to go get checked just in case. Yeah. That's how Lee is. He has bad sinuses all the time. Red, I lost you. I didn't see Red. Hey, Red. Sorry I didn't say hi. I just lost a family member to the V word, and all the people around her sick too. She was somebody with a lot of, I can't say that word, morbidities. So if you're healthy, you healthy survive this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into all too much, but I feel like I don't know this. I don't know this. I'm saying this just my opinion. I feel like most of the people who have died from it have underlying conditions or a low immune system. And that's one of the things we have really, really, ever since like March 2020, we have been working on building our immune system. Way back March 2020, we started some of this stuff to help build our immune system, and we never stopped. So I really think we have built up our immune systems well for this. Pressure causes my migraines to flare. Let's see. Asthma attack in my doctor's office. Oh gosh, she freaked out. Oh Lord. Look at symptoms online. It lists everything that's not perfect health. Yeah. Yeah. I just figure if I'm sick, stay home, common sense for anything. Absolutely, Christy Betts. That's exactly right. If you have the flu, stay home. If you have anything contagious, stay home for a little while. My aunt is in rehab. She was healthy, only 60, but it dang near killed her. Well, that's bad. I hate that. I have an aunt and uncle who survived cancer and the pestilence. So okay, let me get to some of this stuff over here. We have been taking these. Okay, we have been taking these for over a year. Me and Lee both. We have been taking zinc and vitamin C, plus the vitamin C. And I read this. I researched and read all this stuff. The zinc, we take one a day, 50 milligrams a day. The vitamin C, we take this several times a day. Several times a day. Plus, we've been drinking like orange juice and other vitamin C things, okay? D3. I can't. D3. Now, these are things that I read to do way back March 2020, and we started these back then, okay? Now, since then, we have added probably just this year. Now, I was already taking magnesium. We've added magnesium. I can't get these bottles right, y'all. I've been taking magnesium for a long time, but I got him to start taking it too recently. Taking magnesium. He won't do this. I do this. Y'all know what that is? Why can't I get these bottles right? Colloidal silver. Well, I'm not good at this. The colloidal silver. I do this, and I had been doing this some anyway, but I cannot get him to do this. He will not stick something up his nose. He won't do it. I can't get him to do this, but I do it. So anyway, so there's some of the things we have been doing. Let me read again here. To build our immune system and just help fight stuff off to begin with. Then we've got other things too I'll talk about. Shelley, we tested positive and it held up my wife's cancer surgery, and she's doing fine now. She kicked cancer's butt too. Yep. Yep. That was a lot of prayer, and she's a strong woman. Can't keep a good woman down. Okay. My doctor today told me to take the vitamin C and the D3. Also, need to be taking a baby aspirin. I take a baby aspirin anyway for my high blood pressure, but he won't. I can barely get him to take this stuff, y'all. He don't like to take nothing, but he has been. He has been doing it anyway. He's fixing to walk in. I think I heard the truck door. I bet he forgot him on. Yep, here he comes. I can't take vitamin D. It makes me sick. My whole family is like that. Oh goodness.
Goodness.
I'm reading people's comments.
Oh, I forgot you lied.
Cindy probably forgot. I was taking those months ago, but stopped. I smoke and I'm not thin. I survived. I also have chronic sinus issues. Yeah, he smokes too, and that doesn't help any, but you know. Patty G. Hey, Patty. Let's see. It wasn't her time. That's right. Yeah, that's right. All right, let me get back. Let me get these comments. Okay. Red, my family is like that with iron, makes us sick as a dog. Wow, I've never heard of that. Wow. I went out and picked up sunflowers this morning. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute, the sunflowers. Bends over acres, it is real for sure, but it affects people different. I can't blame anyone from freaking out about it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it has affected so many people different. That's what's crazy. I was talking to my daughter who is in the military. She's a military in the health field, being a nurse. She's a nurse. I guess you would call her a nurse, but it's military. I don't know how that works. It's military medical something. Anyway, we were talking about it, and she was telling me how they've seen it affects so many different ways, because they have in the military there, they've got some people with it, and everybody they've had has had different symptoms, different reactions. Some get it way worse than others. Some test positive and don't feel nothing, so it's really crazy. When I worked at GNC, I learned our bodies need 1,000 mc of vitamin C a day. When you get sick, you boost the amount to 6,000 a day. Yes. Well, I didn't know the exact amount, but I knew that I read to just like triple it. But now you're saying even more than triple, but I read to just triple what it says to take for a normal daily recommended dose.
Sorry, folks. Just thought y'all might need to see something sexy from that. Gone again.
Be careful. Oh my goodness. Take magnesium and zinc and vitamin C and D. Yes. Good. That's good. So yeah, and I hope everybody's been doing this for a while, I hope that everybody has started way back taking extra vitamins and things to help fight it off. Well, we know he didn't fall out in the heat. Adulations for kicking cancer's butt. I have followed this closely. It really is a toss-up as to who this virus can take down, but most will not even need medical care. Yeah. Now that's and that's pretty much what they told my daughter, because she went and tested positive, but only thing was she couldn't taste or smell. That's the only thing that has happened to her, and that lasted about a week. And she's pregnant, and they said, go home, and if you start running fever, take Tylenol. If you get to where you cannot breathe, come back. I'm like, okay. I thought maybe they would go ahead and give her something to help because she's pregnant and didn't need to get it and all, but no, they said, go home, take Tylenol for a headache or a fever. If you get a fever, did I say headache? She said, no, go home. If you get a fever, take some Tylenol. If you can't breathe, if you get to where you can't breathe, which it never did really affect her, but we had all this going. I made her take vitamins, and she won't take vitamins. I made her. I had to just perk near, hold her down, and force her. But I made her take these vitamins. Now, some things we take, she couldn't take being pregnant. I looked all that up. She took C, D, and zinc. That's all she took was C, D, and zinc. But we also had this going. I'll show you something else we done. I'm trying to read and do this to y'all. I don't want to miss what all y'all are saying. Even if this didn't have a name, some people randomly get sick and have major complications that lead to death. I don't see this as being any different. Well, you know, the flu has killed a lot of people. And we ain't never going to get rid of the flu. The flu's going to be around every year. Well, it's not anymore, but it used to be. A medic. She's a medic. Thank you. Thank you, Ben's Over Acres. She's a medic. Vitamin make me sick, but the new one David gave me is okay. That's good. That's good. For 5 years now, my family has been taking elderberry with grape juice, and my family has not hardly been sick. If they did, it was over within 36 hours, including the stomach virus. Yes. Now, that's another one we have. We have elderberry. We had ran out. We had ran out of elderberry in 2020. And I have just made more since we've gotten more this year. I could have went out and bought some, but I didn't want to do that because I knew we could make our own. Now we have more, but we didn't. We had ran out in 2020 of all of our elderberry. Every elderberry thing we had, we went through in 2020. And just precautionary. We never got nothing. We never had none of it. Precautionary, but we went through it all. I can't take vitamin C because it tears my stomach up. I take vitamin D every day. Elderberry is fantastic. We have been eating lots of elderberry gummies. I swear by the elderberry and grape juice mix and have 5 years of proof. Wow, that's awesome, especially because they go to public school. Okay, you may have to tell me about the grape juice. Is there a reason you're mixing it with grape juice or just for the flavor or what? Because we just made grape juice. We just made 2 gallons of grape juice from our grapes. So I might want to try that and mix those together. Apparently the flu vanished. I'm going to get my flu shot next week. I've been getting a shot every year for 25 years and not had the flu. I used to get sick every year. Now, see, and that's a thing like 3 years. For 3 years, I took the flu shot and got sick as a dog. And I said, that's it, never again. So I haven't taken it in probably 10 years because for 3 years in a row, I did get it and got sick as soon as I got it. Got sick as soon as I took the shot. And I said, that's it. I ain't doing it no more. But just like we've been talking about, each person is different. Some of these people can't take vitamin D or iron or, and it affects everybody differently. I guess we just have to figure out our own bodies. And we take C, elderberry, and echinacea. Echinacea is a good one. We don't have that. I'll show you what else we do have. These help Lee's sinuses. So we started running these in the house. We do run these in the house a lot anyway because of his sinuses. And he will put these in a pan and heat them and bend over them and breathe them in for his sinuses when they're flaring up. Well, we've just been running this in the house anyway for whatever. And that is, and there's different ones you can use. You don't have to just use these. There's different things you can do. But we do the diffuser, and he'll take a pan and get over them. This is clove oil. Clove, what does that say? I can't read it. Clove bud oil, cinnamon. It says cinnamon leaf, but it's just supposed to be cinnamon, whatever. Cinnamon, clove, and white thyme. He read this somewhere for sinuses, and he started buying them and doing them, and they have really helped his sinuses. But now you could do thieves oil or, I don't know. There's different things you can do for that. But that's the 3 we use. Now I'm a cough. So also, let's see, did I show everything? Also, talking about the somebody mentioned, Patty mentioned going and getting the sunflowers. I just done a video about the sunflowers because grape juice is beneficial. I mix a half cup of the elderberry from Kroger and add to frozen grape juice made to package instructions. That's awesome. Full driving and texting will kill you faster than oh, cured the flu, common cold, and bronchitis. Let me read a minute. Juice blend tastes good too. Got the flu shot when pregnant because they made me. Got sick. Haven't gotten it since. Whoops. It jumped. Hubby took a flu shot every year and still caught the flu, then gave it to us. The key is showing your own system and how things affect you. The key is knowing your own system and how things affect you. That's right. I forget to put this up there. I'm going to put that one up there. Sometimes I think I'm in England with everyone driving on my side of the road. Oh, maybe you need to stay home. Oh my goodness. Something out there is affecting people's brains. When I worked home care, I got the flu shot and it made me sick. Never got it anymore. I had a log truck in my lane on a bridge last time I left the house. Too many folks smoking that wacky backy. Okay. This is sunflower crap. This is sunflower and mullein mixed together for a tea. I just made this this morning. I dried my sunflower leaves and some blooms. I didn't have a whole lot of blooms to get. It's mostly leaves, sunflower leaves and blooms. And Lee already had some mullein dried. So I mixed them both together for a tea. This is good for any kind of lung thing. Bronchitis, pneumonia is even listed. Pneumonia for the sunflowers and the mullein both. And I didn't know this until yesterday. I found out about the sunflowers because Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead was telling me that she watched somebody use sunflower as a tea. Now I'm a cough. Don't that figure? Make me cough worse. Okay, so I done a video yesterday on the sunflower and went and got me some leaves and some of the flowers. We didn't have a whole lot of the flowers left because they're already dying out. But anyway, watch that video and check that out. It's good for lung problems, bronchitis, pneumonia, even sinuses, coughs. I need to go make me some right now. Anyway, so check that out. And if you still have sunflowers, ours are dying out and about over. But if you still have some sunflowers, there might still be some mullein. Get you some and dry it. And this is good for any of the lung stuff. And that's what this COVID is. A lot of it's in the lungs. Of course, like we said, it affects everybody different ways. But a lot of it, once it gets in your lungs, that's when it's bad and causes pneumonia. On the sunflowers and the mullein both. Pneumonia is one thing that it helps. Pneumonia, bronchitis. I can't remember all of it right now, but I done a video on it yesterday. So check that out. Let's see. Let me get some reading in. Sorry, y'all. We only drink 1 cup of the juice blend every day. I drive like everyone is going to hit me. It's all good. Been in 2 wrecks. They were on their phone, yeah. I have basil in the dehydrator as we speak. That's good. I thought Teresa had a jar of Wacky Jackie. I was about to go for a bit it. I'm a troublemaker. I made her look up stuff for me. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy was telling me she saw somebody make a tea out of the sunflower, and I was like, well, that's probably got to be good for something. I'm going to check that out. And I did, and I was shocked. And was the sunflower leaves and petals, bloom petals. And I was shocked at what all it's good for. Hey, Meredith, 4 Mile Creek. Gardner Josh, hey. Shelly, when I taught my kids to drive, I kept repeating, watch out for crazy drivers. A friend saw my jar of mullein, and you should have seen his eyes. Oh, I'm a bit too late on the sunflowers. We had a stray one that grew from the chicken manure. Whoa, it jumped. Kathy, what are BFFs for? Let's see. All right, I'm trying to read some of this. I give lessons every time we leave the house. I don't listen to the radio, so the kids listen to me explain why I do everything. Every moment is teaching. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so moving on to the picnic. Let me get my notes for that. All right, moving on to the picnic. We have the Heartland Homesteaders Picnic, September 11th. We are, as of right now, we are still having it. And I don't know. A lot of people have already said they're not going to come now because they're worried about, get-togethers and things, and we completely understand that. Anybody who has an underlying condition that is concerned about catching the COVID or anything else, COVID, flu, anything else, anybody that's concerned about catching something because they have an underlying condition shouldn't come, If you're concerned about that, we understand if they cancel and back out, and that's absolutely understandable, especially right now with all that's going on. We are going to go ahead and have it as long as we can, as long as we're not shut down from get-togethers. But I'm going to say there are a lot of get-togethers still going on in this area. They are having a truck pull this weekend locally at the local fairgrounds. They're having a truck and tractor pull this weekend. A couple of counties over, up closer to where the picnic happens at, they are having a, well, I can't think of the right word. Horses and the cows. What am I trying to say, y'all? Garth Brooks sang about it. Rodeo. There we go. Gosh. They're having a rodeo up closer to where the picnic happens at this weekend. Next weekend, they've got several events that are planned also in this area. I do not want to cancel our picnic when they've still got other activities and events happening all around us. If they all cancel because they're that concerned, then we might cancel. But I don't see a need to cancel it completely when everybody else is having events too. So that is why we are not canceling unless we absolutely have to. If everybody else cancels theirs, then maybe we'll cancel ours. They did just have the state fair in Kentucky, and the governor and everybody else went to that, and that kind of influenced my decision, because if they can all go to the state fair and have that, then why can't we have ours? I completely do understand anyone who decides not to come because they're worried about their underlying condition or something like that. Completely understandable. If you're concerned, don't come. That's understandable. So Mary Beth said they shut Mama's nursing home down again. They have 2 cases of the variant. So they kind of shut my mom's nursing home down, not shut it down. They had 6 cases. They didn't really shut down. We can still go see her, like on the porch or the gazebo. We can go see her, but we can't go inside. And that was only just recently because they found a couple more cases. Every case they had has been vaccinated. They told us every case they have were vaccinated. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, that's crazy to me, but I don't know. I just feel like each person has to make up their own choice of how they feel about it. But like I said, if they are still having all the events around here, I don't feel a need to shut down the picnic. So we will still have it. But we will take precautions. Anyone who is going to cook or help put the food out, and most of the food is going to be, we will have, tongs to pick things up. We're having hamburgers and hot dogs. Anybody cooking the hamburgers and hot dogs will wear gloves and a mask. I don't think the mask helps, but if it makes somebody else feel better to have it, I will wear one long enough to cook your hamburger and hot dog. I will wear gloves and a mask long enough to cook your hamburger and hot dog and put it out there for you. We do have ketchup and mustard that you tear open so that everybody's not handling the same ketchup and mustard. And things like that we are going to do and take some precautions, okay? So I want to get that out there. There will be some precautions taken. Just like last year, we will have hand sanitizer everywhere and wipes, antibacterial wipes and things like that. We'll be out everywhere to help you, to help. We want to help keep down any risk that we can. So let's see. We will not have, it was announced that we were going to have an apple dessert contest and a jerky contest. We will not have that. That might bring in a risk. We're having hamburgers and hot dogs and chips and dips. If you can bring chips and a dip, that's great. Probably be best if those are just store-bought instead of homemade, maybe. What else? Anybody handling any food will wear gloves. We can social distance the best of our ability just by, I would say don't run up and hug somebody unless they're okay with that. So, you know your people. Anybody that you're going to hug, if they care if you hug them or not. I don't know, I'm going to go back up and try to read some. Give me just a second. I just want to put all this out there. We are going to be as careful as we can with the picnic. As far as any food touched, we will have gloves and masks. Everything is going to have. We're going to have like tongs and things, so nobody's actually touching food. We are not having the contest. No apple dessert contest. No jerky contest. We will still have a seed swap. Bub at Getting Started on Homesteading has a lot of seeds. He got a bunch of seeds from Baker's Creek. So we have lots of seeds to give away and door prizes. We have some door prizes. We don't have tons of door prizes because I think that a lot of the people who were bringing door prizes have canceled. We've had probably, I'm going to say about half of the people have canceled. So, and are not coming. So, if you do plan on coming still, if you can bring a door prize, that'd be great. If not, that's great too. We will have some door prizes. I have a few already. I know a few people that said they were bringing door prizes. So we will have some. I don't know how many. Anyway, if you're on here and you're not coming, I'm sorry, you're having to sit through this. But I got to get it all out there, and we're going to repeat it tomorrow night on our live. Anything else? There will be live. We will be live. So if you can't come and would like to watch, that'd be great. We will be live, probably from a couple of different points. Like I'm going to go live from one area, and then I'm going to get somebody else to go live from another area. So you've got a full view of what all's going on if you want to watch. That would be great. Booths. Anybody can set up a free booth. If you sell stuff, come bring your stuff and set up a free booth. You will need a table and chair. Everything's paper, of course. We've got paper plates, paper cups, all of that. Plastic forks, all of that's plastic throwaway, So anyway, one more thing. If that we have, if anybody's still staying at the motel, I know some are. There is a conference room there we will go to after the picnic to get together like we always do in the conference room. I do not know if the motel is going to make you wear a mask in the conference room. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so because they have not, nobody around here has said that yet. You're not having, you do not have to wear masks in the stores and things here right now. So I don't think the hotel will either. Don't know for sure. But last year they had told us we had to, but nobody did, and they didn't say anything. So that's whatever. But the conference room, we will meet in the conference room at the motel. It's Quality Inn, Calvert City. And if it rains, last year it rained right at the inn and we had to just pack up and take off. If it rains, we will go to the conference room at the motel. The motel, again, is Quality Inn, Calvert City. All right, so I'm done with that. Sorry, y'all, if you're not coming and you had to sit through that, I'm sorry. But we have to get this out there to try to kind of let everybody know and talk about it. All right, now I'm going to read some of y'all's stuff up here. If I can get back to where I was. Linda. Hey, Linda, my quirky quarter acre. We are still planning to come, and I'm okay with that being outside. Plus, my allergies are making me sneeze. I will have a mask. There you go. Higgs. All the tests came out fine. Guess he is just not aging well. There's a free concert this weekend, and Travis Tritt will be there. That place will be popping. Where's the free concert with Travis Tritt? Lee loves Travis Tritt. Tell me where that's at. I don't know if I saw that. Was that at the rodeo? We had our county fair too recently. Hedgehog, I dehydrated basil. Poor Mac. Poor Mac. Oh no, what did I miss? Mac, my buddy. Okay. Um, I'm still planning on coming unless the coming hurricane leaves our home without power. Oh, honey, I hate that. Hey, Keith. There's Keith Winslet. Hey, Keith. Okay. Travis Tritt. Looking forward to seeing y'all. It might be helpful to know the case numbers in your county. My county has never gone above 300 cases at the worst, but our numbers have been below 100 most weeks since the start. Okay, the picnic is not in our county. It is in like 2 counties over. 2 counties? Yeah, about 2 counties over. I really don't know the numbers there, but I do have. It is red. Kentucky is red. Every county in Kentucky is red, but I can tell you, red only means. Hang on, and I'll show you. Maybe if I can get it up here, and if it tells it on here. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? I'll show you what the red means. I don't know if it'll show. I don't know if you'll be able to see this good. Can you see that good? Okay. If you can see over here, every county is red. We are over in Ballard County on the far west end. And that's high. But high just means there's 35 cases per 100,000. Does I say 35? 25. 25 per 100,000. So if that means anything to you, that doesn't sound to me like it has to be real high for them to turn it red. It's just if the cases are going up by 25s a day, they turn it red. I don't know. I don't know. That just do your own research. I really don't know. I have other numbers. I looked up the numbers, and like I said, one thing that made my decision of whether to cancel or not cancel was because there are so many events going on around here right now. I feel like if there was too big of a concern, a lot of those would be canceling too. So, anyway, sneaking a peek while I'm at work. Oh, hey, Double D. I sent Double D had asked me about my sunflowers because we had showed our sunflowers and we had some really tall sunflowers and we had a couple that sprouted out and made like 11 heads on the sunflower. And she'd asked me about them and I sent her some seeds from them. And I will have those seeds at the picnic. I will be doing little bags of those seeds at the picnic, but I went ahead and sent her some. And so I hope she enjoys those. She probably won't plant them until next year now, but I don't know if she's seen or not the video yesterday about what the sunflower is good for the leaves and the the leaves and the blooms. But I was surprised at what all. I had no clue what all sunflower was good for. I'm afraid it's going to be like the flu virus, ever changing. Let's see. Well, there we go. I can't make this scroll right. I'm not being able to scroll, and I didn't say hi to Grammy Karen. Hey, Grammy Karen. A warning on the V about bleeding disorders. I'm in remission for an autoimmune disorder. Can't risk the V. Yeah. I think anybody with an autoimmune is maybe is at risk. And I don't know. I don't understand the autoimmune thing that well because I was just talking to somebody about that and was saying that If they're on medication for the autoimmune, it brings down their immune system. I don't know. I don't understand all that, so I can't really have to go get some work done. Thank you for being here, Hedgehog Homestead. He's probably already gone. They're probably already gone. Okay. My service is not good. Gotta go. Love to y'all. Thank you, Keith. I'm reading way up here, so I'm sure they're already gone. Shelly, I got a cave to put you in, not crowded at all. Got some big spiders, though. Yeah. Hopkinsville is having Travis Tritt. Maybe you need to clean out that cave. We may be needing to move in soon. Shelly's not scared of spiders. I am. Livingston County is where the picnic is. Yeah, I should have said that. I'm sorry. Livingston County is where the picnic's at. So if you want to check the numbers there, there you go. Go check the numbers there. Louisiana is red too. Our elected officials are not so much. We have over 9,000 active cases in my county. Wow. Now that's a lot. We ain't got nothing like that. We don't have nothing like that around here. It's not that bad. If he can't evict my friend, even if Teresa, Patty, he can't evict my friend, even if Teresa don't like him. He is a big spider in his cave that I don't like. We get updated every day on Facebook. Our county has had about 100 in the last 3 days, but it only takes about 8 to put us over to red. That's what I was saying. It doesn't take a whole lot of cases to move you on over into red. So going by that map that it's red is not the way to look at it. We only have 30,000 people in the county. Wow. That's still a lot. That's a lot, ain't it? Maybe not. I'm in Ballard County. It's little. 30,000 people in the county. And you have, what did you say? I don't remember how many you said. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, yeah, do your research, see what's going on. And if you are uncomfortable and have an underlying condition, you have to make up your own decision on what you're going to do. Your system attacks itself. That's with an autoimmune, right? Your system attacks itself. So then you don't need nothing else attacking it on top of that, I guess. It's 470 people. That sounds like one of our family reunions. Wow. It took 3 years for the 1918 flu to die down. Probably be the same with this one. That is a nice treat to catch you live in the afternoon. I'm going and doing inside chores today because it's so hot. Yes, it's very hot here too. And Lee's out cutting wood up there. We had a big limb fall, and he's up there cutting wood. He got overheated doing that yesterday. There's Julie. Hey, Julie. Heaven's Essentials. Got to get back to work. Okay, bye, Glenn. I don't think I ever said hi to Glenn. Maybe I did. My wife's grandmother died during that 1918 pandemic. There was 3 people buried in her casket, her and 2 babies. Aw. Yes, ma'am. I ran outside to my husband's sunflower dove field, and they are all dried up. Oh, no. Good-sized county, about a dozen small towns. Services in and out. We got a feel like of 105. Yeah, I don't know what it is here, but it's hot. That's all I know. I went out there yesterday doing some things, and man, and I told him, he was up there cutting wood in it. And I went out there, I got sunburned a little bit. And I went out there and it was so hot, and I'd done a few things, but I had to get back in, and then he come in overheated. I said, don't do that again today. Hello from Alaska. Hello, Alaska. Far North life. Working inside today, hotter than Satan's armpit out there. Yep, staying in. We've got a lot done. Yeah, we've got a lot done through this last 2 weeks. We weren't on live last week on Thursday or Friday, so that's why we had so much to talk about today. I had more, but I hadn't got to it all. So we'll be on tomorrow night, though. Tomorrow night at 7 Central, we come on, and I'm going to go over some of this same stuff, but mostly also we have a lot of fun, and we'll be talking about our foraging. We do a foraging every Friday night. After we have some fun, we'll talk about foraging, and we are doing ironweed tomorrow night. Summer is over here. Time to relax. That's awesome. I'll be glad when it's over here. Laying down cardboard this morning and had to change clothes and get a shower because everything got wet with sweat. Oh, tried to get some things done outside Tuesday and yesterday. Took a lot of breaks and got overheated a few times. We had our pond dug last week and it hardly has any water. Need some rain. Well, now that's not a bad temperature there. I could deal with that. 87 here now, supposed to be 90. That's not too bad. Bolet mushrooms. We hunt a few mushrooms. We do a few mushrooms, but the only ones we do are the ones we know for sure and have positively identified. And I've never heard of that one, but you're way further north, so we may not have that here. Let's see what else. Keith, I stayed in Facebook jail more than not, so I just gave up. Haven't wanted to choke anyone since. Sabrina came in. Hey, Sabrina. Pray for those that are sick. Yes. Need to cut grass, but dizzy and lightheaded, blood pressure and heart rate through the roof today. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter, she wasn't really sick. And she's going to go back tomorrow and get tested again and see if it's gone. But she never was really sick. She couldn't taste or smell. That's it. She couldn't taste or smell. She never did really get sick. And but she did test positive, and they just told her if you get to where your chest is hurting and you can't breathe, come back. And she never did. She never did really even feel anything else except couldn't taste or smell. And she actually has ended up feeling better than she has in months because I made her take all these vitamins and I made her eat and drink. She was drinking a lot of orange juice and Gatorade, and I made her take these things. I showed some of y'all come in after that. We've been taking zinc, vitamin C. We've like tripled up on the daily dose of vitamin C and D3. And then I take magnesium also, and I've been doing the colloidal silver. I've been doing this. Lee won't do this, but I've been doing this a lot, a couple times a day, So Mom is so much better. That's awesome. Hey, Patty, the tinker's wife. My son has Facebook half, so he stays off. Okay. Prayers for Waverly, Tennessee, and Humphrey County. There are going to hurt for some time to come. Yeah. So funny that you have to take a test to know if you have it. Cannot take zinc, but take the rest, not the silver, though. Mother Nature is brutal. Yeah. Just laying around. Yeah. So, yeah, we were taking C, D3, and zinc. Me and Lee's been taking that for, since like March 2020. But because of all that, the COVID and everything. And then, of course, I've been taking the colloidal silver. Now, I did stop that for a while because I didn't want to take that every day. I did for a long time there, and then I stopped, and then I started back up this time doing it every day. And and then anybody that come in late, we've been doing the essential oils in the thing diffuser. And he takes these for sinuses. These help his sinuses. So we just been letting them run in the diffuser. Is clove, cinnamon, and white thyme. And I know there's others. There's lots of different mixtures that you can use, and like the thieves oil type thing, any of that, So and I think that helps keep it down in the air, and I don't know. We've just been trying to do a lot of different things to hold it, keep it down and keep it as safe as possible. Because my daughter did show. Well, we've been doing some of this stuff since 2020 just to be on the safe side. But since she did test positive, we really ramped up everything for the past 2 weeks of that. It was a week and a half, whatever, 10 days. Be 10 days tomorrow. Hers will be 10 days tomorrow, and she's going to go back and get tested tomorrow, just to find out. And she may still test positive. I don't know. But she don't have any symptoms now at all. She can even taste and smell again. So she has no symptoms now, but, I read that. Let's see. Laying around. Okay, I read that. Close friend served in U.S. Army outside of Kabul. She shared how difficult it is. They know good people, mostly women, suffering there. Yeah, that's a terrible, terrible situation. My daughter in the Air Force was talking about how some of the people she knows in the Air Force that has served over there are so upset that they served duties over there, whatever you call them, duties. I can't think of what you call them. Anyway, they have served over there time or 2 times or whatever, and then it's just a waste, And a lot of them are really upset that they have served over there. One lady she knows, one lady in the Air Force she knows that served over there said that she said a friend of hers had gotten killed over there. And she was really upset that her friend got killed over there, and then this, It's a shame. Dollar General has a good elderberry supplement for $5. We also take that if you don't want to drink the juice. Good. These incoming hurricanes will probably dump more rain on Tennessee. Thieves oil in water bottle around here. Awesome. We use a mullein tincture every day too. Yeah. I have one going. We haven't used that because I have one going. I had ran completely smack dab out of elderberry last year in 2020. So I have some more going now, but we haven't been using none of that because we ran out in 2020 and hadn't made more. I didn't want to go buy something I knew I could make. And, we've done all this stuff. Also, I have on hand, might as well tell this too. I have on hand, in case one of us does get it, I have the King of Bitters and Siberian Ginseng that we would take together. King of Bitters and Siberian Ginseng. And I bought some of that during 2020 because it's supposed to be together good for this. So we haven't taken that, but that was more like if you get it, So people look at you like you're crazy. Not in the Homestead community, but other people, if you mention stuff like that, look at you like you're crazy. So can you dehydrate wild lettuce leaves? It's small and just a few leaves. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can. Now, since you don't have very much, you can't boil that because or boil. I say boil. Lord help me, I say boil, and people flip out. You don't boil it, you simmer it. But you can simmer down the wild lettuce leaves and stem and all, and make that. But it takes a whole lot to make a little bit. But that is strong. But with what you have, yeah, you could dehydrate it and make a tea, or you can put it in with and make a tincture. Put it in with vodka or something, make a tincture. But it won't be as strong. I mean, it'll be strong enough. It'll help you. But what we simmer down, and it just makes a little like syrupy type thing, is very strong. You take just a teeny tiny bit, and then you go to sleep. We definitely have a lot in this world right now to be on our knees. Absolutely, yes. She mentioned the emotions for her are all over the place, and for others too. Yeah, from anger to sorrow. Yes, that's what my daughter was talking about too. She hadn't been, her and her husband. Yes, I think he did go there. Her husband did go there, I think. But he went to Qatar, and she had been to Qatar, and he went to Turkey. It seems like he might have went to Afghanistan. Maybe not, because she didn't say, she wasn't talking about him. She was talking about some of the others that she knows that served over there and were upset. The tinker's wife, the women are treated horribly there. Yeah, that's sad. Hey, Mid South Homestead, Rhonda from Mid South Homestead. Let's see. I say bull. Mama Z said, I say bull. Even my husband makes fun of me. Yeah. Well, I was talking about you don't boil it, you simmer it. And when I say boil, people like, oh, you're not supposed to boil it. Well, I didn't mean boil. I said boil, but I didn't mean boil. I meant you simmer it. And I don't know why I say boil, but when I'm simmering something, or when I'm talking about simmering something, sometimes I say boil. And people are like, oh, you're not supposed to boil it. Well, I didn't mean boil anyway. I have been taking elderberry since this whole thing started, along with vitamin C. Yeah. Yeah, I was taking echinacea, but I read that you only should take that in the first few days of becoming sick, and that it is not as good as a preventive as elderberry. That's interesting. Now, we haven't done echinacea. I know it is good for colds and things, but we've not ever done that. I have one growing. I just haven't never actually done it. I need to. It's supposed to be good for it. I think maybe the echinacea is better for building immune than um, than you know, when you're sick or whatever. So maybe that's let's see. I gotta get off here. You do a tincture with your elderberry. Is that with alcohol? I do, yes. Also, where do you find the king of bitters? Okay. Julie. I do all kinds of things with the elderberries. I have tincture. I have dried some. I have made juice. I have made syrup. And I just learned, I didn't do a video on this. I just learned this time doing elderberry that if you do the syrup, like if you want to do the syrup and add ginger and all that stuff in it, like you make elderberry syrup, you can also add a little alcohol into that. I usually use 100% vodka, 100% cheap vodka. You can add a little bit of that into your elderberry syrup to help make it last, to help it stay more stable, last longer. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Shelf stable. That's what I read. You can make it shelf stable. So I made one, and I put it in my pantry. I used to always put it in the refrigerator, but I made one and put alcohol in it. And I looked it up and found I don't remember to tell you how much to put in there. It wasn't a whole lot, but it helped it be shelf stable. So anyway, I thought that was very interesting. And then I do a tincture too. So I knew it was shelf stable. I knew the tincture I could just leave because it's straight vodka and elderberries. And then I dried some for tea. And if you dehydrate it and put it up, then you could use it for whatever. I usually also freeze some if I don't have time to get to it in time. I'll freeze it. But and we had some in the freezer and we used it all in 2020 and didn't have anything left. And this time I did not freeze any because I was actually making my products as I went and made a lot of different things. And the bitters. Oh, the King of Bitters. I ordered those online. I think I ordered them, I don't know, on Amazon. But there's a word for the King of Bitters, but if you put in King of Bitters, it'll come up. But it's a word. It starts with an A. And I tell you who talked about it. Here's how I found out about the King of Bitters was from Amy Fuel. Amy Fuel. I always say her name wrong, that does the HOA. She has a video and talked about the King of Bitters. Well, then I got to looking up the King of Bitters for this COVID and all, and it said to add Siberian Ginseng. I don't know why it has to be Siberian Ginseng, but I was going to follow it just in case. So I have that here. I have pills of the King of Bitters and the Siberian Ginseng, so that either one of us. Now, it did say that you need to take it within 72 hours of showing symptoms. So we have it on hand. If either one of us shows symptoms, my daughter couldn't take it because she's pregnant. She could not take the King of Bitters. I looked it up. I always, before I give her anything, because she's pregnant, I looked it up to make sure, and she could not take the King of Bitters. So I couldn't give her that. But if me or him start showing any signs, we will start taking that right away. And if you look it up, you can look it up and it tells you how much and everything to take. My stepson had 2 tours in Iraq and 1 tour in Afghanistan. Talk about mad, yeah. Pretty mad myself about how that was handled. I think it's worthy of somebody being booted out. Mac is laughing at me for saying something I've never said before. We need to go get more vodka. Yeah, yes, ain't that the truth? Hey, I even told Lee he has a still. I'm just going to say, I shouldn't have said that. We have a way, delete that. We have a way to make tincture ourselves, but it's not used. And I told him, you better get that set up because we might need more tincture. Oh, I should have thought how to say that before I said it, y'all. But anyway, you know what I mean. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm trying to read some more. Just remember to never consume the raw elderberry seed. It contains cyanide. Yes. Now, you can dehydrate it and use it for tea, but you're using it to make tea, not take the whole thing. So Mac is like, oh, I read that. That got me in trouble. Elderberry syrup on pancakes and ice cream. That's awesome. That's good to know. Yes, I hate when it goes bad in the fridge. Yeah. Yes, I had read that I had never done that before, but I just read that this time of making elderberry syrup. And when I looked up, said add a little alcohol in it and I wish I'd had rum. I think rum would make it taste better, but all I keep is 100% cheap vodka. So I put that in it. But I told Lee, I said, I wished I had rum. Rum would probably make it tastes better, I think. I don't know. But it seems like something like a better alcohol. I don't know why I said rum. I guess because of Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't know. But a better alcohol is what I mean when I say rum than cheap vodka. Because, man, that stuff's nasty. Um, thanks, I just found it, so I don't want to waste it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And yeah, you can just make a tea out of it. Talking about the wild lettuce again there. I need the 100% vodka, but so far I've just used dehydrated materials. Yes, yes. If you use dry material, you can use the 80 proof. But if you use wet material, you need the 100 proof. And I learned that from She is of the woods. She is of the woods. She will teach you a whole lot. She's crazy as a loon, and she would cuss like a sailor. And I don't like cussing myself, but she has taught me a lot. I had to just get through the cussing to learn from her, and she just really, she's a good teacher at it. I don't like the cussing, so but I've learned a lot from her. And she's crazy. Just put it out there. But she knows her stuff when it comes to tinctures and all that. Herbs and tinctures. Siberian ginseng. Siberian ginseng. Be careful which you are getting. Siberian ginseng. I don't know exactly what you mean. Be sure that's what you get. Oh, okay. Andrographis. Yes, that's what mine says. Andrographis. Yes, I think. I had to look that up. Siberia ginseng is, oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Yes, I will have to look, make sure I got the right thing then. I just looked up, I was looking up the King of Bitters to see how to take that in case. And here's what I done, and I do this with a lot of stuff. I will print out my own little label telling me exactly how to take it for and what it's good for and how to take it. Because a lot of those bottles don't tell you that, just that. Just to say that. And I can't even read it, but it'll say a dosage or whatever. And that's just a recommended daily dosage on something, a lot of stuff. I'm using a vitamin bottle because that's what I've got sitting here. But a lot of that stuff, like, say, the Siberian ginseng, I printed out my own little label telling what I would be using it for, what it's good for, and how I would take it if I needed it. So that I don't have to look that up online or anything like that. It's on the bottle and tells me what to do with it. And I've got several back there. And any I make, when I make my elderberry tincture, I put on there what it's good for and how much to take so that I don't have to look that up or try to think about that. If I was sick and needed to take it, I might not even remember at that moment exactly how to take it or what. So I print that out and stick it on that label so that I know. Thank you, Patty. Patty reminds me of a preacher's wife who was afraid somebody would see her buying a beer for slugs. Yes, I know somebody like that. I know somebody that did that. I probably talking about the same person. That's funny. Can you use tequila instead of vodka? I assume you can use any alcohol. I think the vodka was just cheaper. I don't know. That's what I always hear everybody say, vodka. Like I said, I learned a lot of stuff from She is of the Woods and a couple of others. Heidi at Rain Country. She a lot of times will use vinegar, but it doesn't last as long, and she will tell you that. So sometimes she does use alcohol, but a lot of times she uses vinegar. Now Heidi, probably, I don't know, for the past year or so, and maybe before that, but when I've seen her do it, she has been making her own wine to use as her alcohol for her, for her tinctures. So I thought that's pretty interesting. While it's frustrating they are pulling out, at least no more soldiers will die from staying. Yeah. I need his skills. I want to make tinctures 100% from scratch with no store-bought ingredients. Mary Beth, I'll be in the kitchen whipping some up. Okay, here we go. Beer for slugs. Yeah. Everclear. It doesn't have a taste. That's a good idea. Everclear. Siberian ginseng is not true ginseng. Sorry for the caps on my phone. Okay, and so I know what American ginseng looks like. My dad used to hunt it and sell it. And I knew when I looked up the Siberian ginseng to buy it, it is totally different looking. So I kind of thought, well, it's not the same as the ginseng we have here because I know what it looks like. My dad used to hunt it and sell it. And I know they make medicine out of it too, but yeah. Good brandy or a good quality vodka would work too. Yeah, yeah. I just buy the cheapest just because I don't know it's cheap. I just buy the cheapest and I use a lot of it. I make a lot of tinctures. So I just buy 100% cheap vodka and use that for all of it. But I just think a good, what you said, brandy or rum or something that sounds better. Something that sounds like it tastes better. I don't know. Let's see. My brother in the Navy went to Desert Storm. I feel for all the families who have lost loved ones who served. Yeah. I was in an Army hospital during Desert Storm. A lot of soldiers were coming back sick. Hi, Jennifer. Country Homestead Preachers, Jennifer. Be sure to research side effects of the Siberian ginseng. It does have some important info about heart and blood pressure as well as length of time. Yes, length of time you should take it. Yes, I put that on my bottle too. I think it was 5 days. I think it was 5 days. If you get sick, you're supposed to take the King of Bitters and Siberian ginseng. It tells how much and 5 days. Yes, absolutely. Look it up. Do your research. Don't just go, oh, I'm going to buy some King of Bitters and Siberian ginseng and take it. Look it up, see how much, side effects, whatever. Yeah. Length of time, because it did say, I believe it's 5 days. I have it written on the bottle. I can't remember right now. That's why I have it written on the bottle, because I knew I wouldn't remember. I use Svedka. I can't say that. Svedka vodka. A good vodka. Remind me to tell you about my friend Ray. It's been so long since I bought the vodka. I forgot the price. Potato vodka, make your own. That's interesting. Potato vodka, make your own. I use 100 proof rum for tinctures. I can cut it down to 80 if need be. Here he comes again.
I didn't know you still alive.
Yeah, I need to get off here.
Let's say, damn. I was going to come back here and I was going to show you something.
Well, I need to get off here anyway. Quit showing your body.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
That's why you don't have a shirt.
For my shirt, so sexy it.
Stop. We don't want to see you. Okay, where was I? She is of the woods, knows her stuff. She is or peculiar in her own way. She's peculiar. I like her. I'm not. She knows her stuff. She's a little crazy and cusses a lot. She does know her stuff. Whoa. Never thought vodka makes me want to fight. Vodka makes me sick. I'd use Everclear. If the vodka is filtered. Whoa. If the vodka is filtered 3 or more times, it usually has better flavor. Huh. Never thought about that. That's interesting. Had some wild lettuce tincture in the fridge a couple of months, but I put vodka in it, wondering how long it's good. It should be good for like forever. Like you'll never, if it's got alcohol in it, it should be good. It should not go bad in a very long time. He needs to cool off. Poorly, he deserves the AC. Can't unsee that. Yep. See, you messed up Patty the Tinker's wife. She can't unsee that.
Well,
y'all,
no.
thanks for being here. I gotta get off here.
You
I've
be
been on here
going
a
to
long
bed
time.
thinking about that.
Now, okay, so anybody that came in late, we did go over some things about COVID, what we're doing to try to fend off COVID. My daughter did test positive, but she only had no taste and smell. She didn't have any other symptoms, and she's better now. Tomorrow is 10 days, and she's going to go back and get tested again. So we talked about that and what all we're doing to keep us from getting it. And we've been taking the vitamins for a long time, so we built our immune system up pretty well. And then we talked about the picnic and what all's going on with that. And so we will go over some of that again tomorrow night. If you were late and you want to know about the picnic and what we're doing for COVID, go back and watch this one, or tomorrow night we will repeat some of it because we want to make sure everybody knows exactly what's going on. And there you go. Lily said, swing on that pole in the kitchen, Lee. Oh, me. He will do it. Why? Why? I shouldn't have read that because he will do it. He has no shame. You can't unsee that for sure.
Go with that.
All right. I'm
Go
going
with
to
it.
end. Yep, I'm going to end. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Sorry I stayed on so long. I just felt like I had a lot of things I had to get out there, especially about the COVID and the picnic and everything. If you missed all that, please go back and watch or join us tomorrow night because we will have to repeat some of that tomorrow night for anybody that wasn't in here because we want to make sure everybody understands exactly where we're coming from and what's going on. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all of y'all.